Hello, people, welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. The game is still ongoing as Peter Obi is enjoying so much support from the people. I'm talking about 2023 presidential campaign. Now, guess what? The shocking aspect of Peter Obi's case is that there is no gratification from his side or even from those who are very key in the Labour Party, but yet the people are going the extra mile for him. And this is quite shocking because it has never happened in the history of Nigeria. And from all indication, it's very glaring that this man may be sent from God to salvage Nigeria from the present economic situation that we have found himself. Now, the latest news is the fact that Enugu community have decided to bring in, their deity into work to see to Peter Obi's victory in 2023 elections. Now, the question is Peter Obi from Enugu State? Of course, no, but yet they still see him as one man who will salvage the situation that we have found ourselves. Now, we're going to be looking at details of the news in a jiffy. Now, according to the news, resident of Ubele Agu Umana in the Ezeagu local government area of Enugu State have invoked their deities to rise up against any force or power that would hinder the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, from emerging as the winner of the 2023 general elections. This is coming a few days after an Enugu Catholic priest and spiritual director of Adoration Ministry Enugu, Nigeria, Father Ejike Mbaka, came under fire for declaring that the former governor of Anambra State could not be Nigerian president because he was stingy man that cannot give people his money. Baka had also said that if Igbo wants a representative, it is not someone like Peter Obi because he is cursed. But in a 5 minute 29-second video seen by Sarah reporter, the chief priest of Alusi Ibelagu Umana, Dr. Eze Fellow, with four other elders of the community, invoked the deity to go after anyone that would stop Obi from winning the election. Fellow, who spoke mainly in Igbo language, said he did not know Obi in person, but what he was doing was a directive from the spirit of his gods, and therefore prayed to the deity to take over the federal government for the victory of Obi. He said, I, Dr. Eze Fellow, one of Ebelagu, and my cabinet members have gathered together today, the great Eke day, to declare that it shall be well with all the Igbos. Our declaration today is for Peter Obi. We declare that Peter Obi will be our leader. He will be the president because Igbos do not love themselves. Our prayers today is that Igbos and the deities of Belagu should rise up as we are in Ezeagu land today to declare that Peter Obi will embark on this journey and no power of man or woman will stop him. All the evil and wicked men will fail. I, Dr. Eze Fellow, one of Belagu, and the elders are in the land of Ezeagu today to declare that our prayers must work. We invite all the deities in our land to rise up in battle and bring back our rights. We do not know who Peter Obi is, but what we are doing today is a spiritual thing. It is what my spirit told me to do that I am doing. The spirit of our deities. We call on you to rise up and go to the federal and get our rights. As we call on you physically is the way we call on you in the spirit. That was what they said. And in other words, they are bringing in the spiritual to see how Peter Obi can come out victorious at the end of the day. But then you know that there is a duty that is meant for the gods to do for man, and it is what man himself cannot do for himself. But whenever something is within the ability of man to do, the gods cannot do anything about it. That's just the truth because the gods cannot come into the physical to begin to manipulate things in favor of man. He will give you, he will look at your capacity. If you have the capacity, then they can help you, So right now, this whole thing has nothing to do with, invoking God, invoking the blessings of this. If you work hard, you will see the results of your hard work. If you know the latest strategy that can get you the victory, go for it. You understand? Every other person out, they have their own gods, which they are also talking to. So for me, this is uncalled for. If you ask me, it's personal, it's my opinion, it's uncalled for. Instead of that, it's for you, the Eze fellow, to mandate the people of your community that the only person that you have to vote for is this person, is this person, is this person, and also help to ensure that you spread the news to other communities in Enugu State, enforcing that everyone should go all out and vote Peter Obi, because the truth of the matter is that it's not prayer that will vote. You understand? It's not pouring of libation that will vote. It is human being that you see with your naked eyes that will vote. Even if this is a fellow who is the person doing all this thing, go get your PVC, because no matter how you say control the government, no gods can control the government. Men have been given wisdom to run their face of themselves. You understand? At one time or the other, the spiritual can come into play. But guess what? God rejoices when he sees men, making use of the brain he gave to them to do what they are supposed to do. This thing is not within, or is not outside the strength of man. If Nigeria will decide to come together and work together to enthrone someone who will change the narrative of our country in terms of the economy, in terms of security, in terms of unemployment, in terms of everything, it will work out. So pouring libation or calling on the gods of a particular land to force the federal government, all those things, my brother, they work like that. There are principle, spiritual laws to everything. The gods, as they are rising, they will also meet some gods on the road. You understand? So they know that they will come to, a discussion, and they will know that God has given men wisdom to do the right thing. So if men refuses to use their wisdom, there is no God that will help you. You understand? Because the truth of the matter is, we as human beings are the ones to enthrone him. We are the ones to enthrone him, and it's not any spirit. No matter how the spirit talks to, APC members, they will still vote for APC. You understand? You can't go. So instead, go into campaigning. You as the person in charge of the spiritual world, go and get your PVC, because I can assure you, no prayer will vote that day. It is human being. You must be alive, strong, and healthy, very physical. You go there and you vote. All your customers, mandate them. My customers, you people have been coming to see my deity. My deity has instructed that all of you should do what? Should vote. When you do like that, Peter Obi will come out successful. We shouldn't try to escalate a lot of things when we ought not to do it. You understand? That's my personal opinion on this. It's very nice, it's very religious, to do all of that, but I can assure you that oftentimes those things does not work. Imagine your son trying to go to write an exam, and you begin to invoke the powers of your God to make sure he passes the exam. My brother, if he did not read, he won't pass. That one is certain. The gods will go and look at the mathematics, they will not know the mathematics. They will look at the physics, they won't know the physics. So the only thing is for you to tell your son that God has given you capacity like every other children to pass this exam. So sit down and read your books. That is when the gods can now make sure that on that day maybe there won't be any rain or stuffs like that. But for your brain, make use of it. That's where I like to leave it. Go to our comment section.